Hi, my name is Jasmine Bogran Diaz, and for my Sports Med 3 nutrition project, I'm doing pediatric nutrition with a focus on anemia in children. Table of contents. I will be discussing what is anemia, symptoms and risk factors, dietary recommendations, supplements, foods to avoid, and then a conclusion to wrap everything up. Iron deficiency anemia, or IRIDA for short, is the lack of dietary iron which reduces production of the blood protein called hemoglobin. Red blood cells carry oxygen throughout the body using hemoglobin. If there aren't enough of these cells or this protein, anemia results. There is a lower count of red blood cells when someone has anemia, as seen on the picture to the right. Iron deficiency anemia is the most common nutritional deficiency in children, and it's typically diagnosed through blood tests. Symptoms in children are breathlessness, lethargy, or low energy and enthusiasm, fatigue, behavioral problems such as irritability, disruptiveness, having a short attention span and a lack of interest in surroundings, a loss of appetite, weakness, increased sweating, and strange cravings known as pica, where, for example, children can start to eat dirt, and then finally a failure to grow at the expected rate. There are different risk factors and causes for each group range. For example, babies who are born prematurely or have a low birth weight, babies who drink cow's milk or goat's milk before age 1, breastfed babies who aren't given complementary foods containing iron after they age 6 months, and babies who drink formula that isn't fortified with iron. For children ages 1 to 5 who drink more than 24 ounces or 710 milliliters of cow's milk, goat's milk, or soy milk a day, children who have certain health conditions such as chronic infections or restricted diets, children who have been exposed to lead, and children who don't eat enough iron-rich foods, as well as children who are overweight or obese. Adolescent girls are also at a higher risk of iron deficiency because their bodies lose iron during menstruation. It can also be inherited. Nutrition plays a big role in anemia. Some dietary recommendations are eating foods that are rich in iron to produce more hemoglobin and in return producing more red blood cells. Examples of iron-rich foods include red meats, including beef, organ meats, and liver, turkey, pork, and chicken, eggs, fish, and other seafoods like oysters, fortified cereals including oatmeal, dark green leafy vegetables like kale, broccoli, and spinach, legumes such as beans, and prunes or other dried fruits. Also, cast iron pans are recommended for home cooking, since some of the iron from the cast iron might go into the food, giving the food just a little boost of iron. Having vitamin C while you're eating iron-rich foods can increase your body's absorption. It captures iron and stores it in a form that's more easily absorbed by your body. In one study, taking 100 milligrams of vitamin C with a meal increased iron absorption by 67%. Taking vitamin C is helpful in vegetarian and vegan diets as an anemia preventative because of its ability to absorb iron more efficiently. Examples of vitamin C-rich foods include potatoes, raspberries, kiwis, pomegranates, parsley, and broccoli, and the more so obvious citrus fruits such as oranges, grapefruits, limes, lemons, and mandarin oranges, bell peppers, strawberries, dark leafy green vegetables, and melons. Here are some examples of kid-safe dietary supplements made for children that can be taken alongside a proper iron-deficient diet, such as liquid drops, chewable syrups, gummies, and powders. Supplements are recommended to take alongside, but not necessary. The form of supplement might vary from child to child since many might be picky about the texture and flavor. The powder and chewables shown are multivitamin, which may have a lower dosage of iron compared to the other supplements shown. How much iron does each age group need? Depending on the type of supplement, it has different amounts, but overall, 7 to 12 months need 11 milligrams, 1 to 3-year-olds need 7 milligrams, 4 to 8-year-olds need 10 milligrams, 9 to 13-year-old need 8 milligrams, 14 to 18-year-old girls need 15 milligrams, and 14 to 18-year-old boys need 11 milligrams. Like I stated earlier, girls need higher iron from loss during menstruation. Too much iron or more than the recommendation for each age range can be toxic. Children under age 14 shouldn't take more than 40 milligrams a day. Foods and diets to avoid. Milk. Cow milk, especially for toddlers, lacks iron, therefore it can lead to a deficiency. Vegan and vegetarian diets. If possible, refrain from having your child pursue a vegan or vegetarian diet while they have anemia. Most high iron sources come from red meats and animal products, and so it's very easy to get anemia when you're following one of these diets. And then finally, foods that mess with iron absorption. Dairy products are really low in iron. Tannins such as grapes, corn, and sorghum. Foods rich in gluten. Foods that contain phytates or phytic acid such as brown rice and whole grain wheat products. And foods that contain oxalic acid such as peanuts, parsley, and chocolate. In conclusion, iron-rich foods, nutrition plays a big role in anemia. Take vitamin C because vitamin C helps absorb iron more efficiently, and supplements are recommended to take alongside but are not necessary unless prescribed by a doctor. Thank you for watching my presentation on nutrition with a focus on anemia in children. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me.